Hello, good afternoon. You're tuned into Your Stocks coming live from the CNBC-TV18 Motilal Oswal studios. I'm Vinny Motiwala. Thank you so much, as always, for tuning in. Now, today, in terms of the markets have come off significantly from the day's highest point. If you look at the Nifty as of now, at the top of the screens, it's just holding on to 56-point uptick. That's 0.2% uptick for the Nifty, 25,230 levels. At one point of time, it was about 25,300, but then after 12 o'clock, if you look at it, seems like it's given up those gains. And right now, in the last few minutes, seems like it's trying to make a comeback, but let's watch out for that. As of now, 25,200 is what the Nifty is holding on to. Broader end of the market, nonetheless, is managing to hold on to better gains versus the benchmark indices. Overall, today, it's been performing well versus the benchmark indices. So let's watch out for that. Like I'm saying, in the last few minutes, again, we've seen that spike up coming in the market. Just a slight bit of a recovery. So let's keep an eye out on that as well. IT not managing to do well, FMCG not managing to do well today, but what's doing well? The energy, Nifty Energy, that's the top sectoral gainer, as well as the Nifty Metals, that's also managing to hold on to good gains. But that's the market setup for you all today. Let's actually bring on board our experts who are here to solve all your stock-related queries. We have Astha Jain, Research Analyst at Securities, as well as Somil Mehta, Head of Alternate Research Capital Market Strategy at Mirae Asset Sharekhan, to answer all those doubts that you all have been sending us. Astha as well as Somil, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us on the show as always. Let's get started with the stock-related queries. And the first query for today is coming from Rajiv Sharma, who's writing to us from Patna. He's holding 20 shares of MRF, and this is at a price of 20,000 rupees. He's asking if he should buy more shares at the current level. MRF, what's your view on this one, Astha? Surely one he's been holding in for a while, but MRF, should he buy now as well?
Hi, good afternoon to everyone. Now, talking about MRF, first of all, I would like to throw light on the result date. I think the results will be coming on 6th of February. So, better to wait till that time. This is what I believe. Now, if I talk about the fundamental seems to be okay because the results which they have posted in the last quarter was a kind of an average result, because what we have seen is that there was a top line growth of around 7%. That is a not very strong one. And so, in the Q2 of FY26, they have witnessed the top line growth of around 7%. And in fact, what I believe that MRF is such a stock which one should really wait on if anyone wants to make a fresh entry. So my idea here is just to wait till 6th Feb. Let's see how the results come out, because in the second quarter, there was some impact of the monsoon which we have witnessed on the sales of that company. And hence, we have seen some sort of exports issues also. So my idea here is just to wait. And if anyone has that stock in the portfolio, then one should remain invested for the price target of around 1,51,000 or so. So idea here is just to wait before making fresh entry.
Okay, wait before you make fresh entry right now. That's the word coming in from Astha on the fundamentals. Somil, on the technicals, MRF, what should the viewer do? Wait out for levels, and what is the level then they should look to enter at?
Good afternoon to everyone. View is negative in the medium term and in the short term as well. But in the long term, definitely positive. However, as Astha said, in the very short term, there could be a slight more of a selling pressure here. 1,32,000 would be the next support, and after that the next support is around 1,26,000. So these are the two levels I'll watch out for. Revisit around 1,32,000 and 1,26,000. 1,26,000 probably would be a screaming buy on this stock, but revisit at those levels. View would be positive in the long term, but not in the short term and medium term.
Short and medium term, not a positive view. Long term, positive view there. Somil has mentioned some levels also. You can revisit and look at MRF at that level. Next query for today, Ashok is writing to us from New Delhi. He's holding 1,999 shares of Jio Financial Services, and a price is 332 rupees per share. Wants to know whether he can hold this for the next 6 months. So more of a short-term query there. Astha, Jio Financial Services, what's your view?
So yes, what we have seen in their number was that there was some improvement in their core earnings, and that was mainly due to the stronger lending and the fee income which this company has generated in their and has shown in their numbers. But idea here is valuations are very high, and we are seeing that in such kind of a market, when markets are not in a very, very good mood, the high valuation stocks always get, beating up. So I think here also this is the problem with the counter, that their valuations are high, and hence we are not able to see a good rise. Despite posting a decent set of numbers, idea here is to stay invested in this counter for the price target of 305, but it will take some time, because in the short run, I believe some more pressure can be witnessed in the counter.
Okay. And Somil, what's your view for Jio Financial Services? Their buy price is 332, right? So they're making a loss, and they want to know only for a 6-month time period, is it going to reach that level there?
I don't think so at this point of time. My view is negative on Jio Financials. Overall, in the weekly, monthly charts, all low top, low bottom formation, and my next target on the downside is 240. So yes, weak in the short term, medium term, but in the long term, if you are able to hold on for a little more, like for probably couple of years, I think this stock will do really well. My targets are well above 350, 360 levels, but at this point of time, in the short term, in the medium term, I'm not very positive, and downside target should be 240 to 30 levels.
Okay. Not in the short and medium term. Long term is where one could look at holding the stock on for. Hope that solves your query there. Next query then, we have Balakrishna, who's writing to us from Karnataka. He's holding 1,000 shares of Bharat Coking Coal. Price is 45 rupees per share. And then he wants to know if he can hold this for 1 more year. Also wants to know on Aarti Industries and Shilpa Medicare, is it good to invest in these stocks for a time period of 2 years as well? Asa, your view? Bharat Coking Coal, obviously, it's a recent listing there.
Yes, yes. It's a recent listing, and the issue price was 23 at the higher end, because the price band was 21 to 23. But what I believe that here, the investor has taken the shares at a highest price, because 45 was the highest price which this stock has touched in the recent past. So I think there only, I mean, he has make an entry on, and that is why he's facing some sort of losses. Right now, fundamental seems to be okay, but when the issue came, the price was only 23. So it was at a price to earning multiple of around 8.6. So from there, we have seen a good jump in the PE ratio as well, because right now it is quoting 37. So my idea here is to stay invested in this counter, but I think it will take some time to reach those price high of 45 again, or it will take some time to break even in this stock. So idea here is, if the view is long term, then remain invested, because in the short term, I believe that this stock has seen a huge jump from its issue price. So it might take some more time to reach till the level of 45, where the cost price is. Now, talking about Aarti Industries, I believe the results have not been announced yet. So wait for the results, because these markets are not so good. And here, I believe that after results, if anyone make any sort of decision, then it is a better choice. So right now, just wait for the numbers to come. My idea here is maybe 6th February is the date, if I'm not wrong with my memory, when the RT Industries will be declaring its numbers. So I think just wait for those till that time, and then make any decision for this counter.
Okay. Somil, I will ask you on the two stocks, that is Aarti Industries, Shilpa Medicare, current levels for a time period of 2 years. Is it good to enter this one?
Aarti Industries, yes. I think if you are talking about a little medium to long term, the stock is looking positive here. Ending diagonal pattern has been formed, and I'll be expecting this ending diagonal to break on the upside. Now, in the next 6 months to 1 year time frame, I'll be expecting the stock to go above 400, 420 levels. That would be my target for Aarti Industries. So positive here in the medium term outlook. For Shilpa Medicare, this one, I'm not very positive on this stock. Low top, low bottom formation on all the time frames, quarterly, monthly, weekly charts, daily sharp sell-offs here. So I'll be expecting this trend to continue on the downside. Next target on the downside would be 250. And if it does not sustain at 250, then the next target would be 210. So negative on Shilpa.
Okay, negative on Shilpa Medicare there. Okay, we have BEL that's reported their numbers right now as well. So when I'm looking at it, seems like it's better than what we were expecting at CNBC TV18. Revenues at 7,122 crores, EBITDA at 2,117 crores. Good jump in terms of revenues as well as the EBITDA performance that we've seen coming in. Margins also at 29.7% versus what we were expecting was at 28.1%. So strong beat seems like, at least versus what the poll that we're seeing. And net profits have seen a jump of around 21% on a year-on-year basis. Labor code impact also, we had at the flash at the bottom of the screen, it was around 16 crores that one saw coming in right now, the new labor code impact. So watch out for that one. Revenues managed to see a growth of 24%, EBITDA up 28% as well. That is BEL for you all. And we saw the stock spike up as the numbers were announced as well. So keep an eye out on that. Let's move on then to the next query then for today. We have S. Jayakumar, who's writing to us from Tamil Nadu. He's holding 100 shares of Hitachi Energy. This is at a price of 16,900 rupees per share. Long-term investor wants to know if he should continue to hold or sell at the current levels. He's making some bit of a profit on this one. Astha, your view.
So first of all, just want to make one correction. Aarti Industries will going to announce the numbers on 2nd February. I was wrong with that part, so I'm really
No
apologize.
worries.
And now talking about Hitachi Energy, first of all, Hitachi Energy is looking very, very strong because this company manufactures the value or the product across the power grids value chain. So I think what is major attraction about this company is its strong order book. They have got very strong order book. Their execution capacity is very, very high and operational efficiency is also very strong. So I believe that Hitachi Energy is such a company where one should remain invested in, and price target which I would like to give to this counter is around 19,500. So approximately 2,000 rupees up from the current level. Remain invested in this counter for the price target of 19,500.
Okay, we'll keep an eye out on those levels there. Somil, your view for the long term for Hitachi Energy?
Long term, definitely positive. In the very short term, we've seen a little bit of correction, but I think this is a buying opportunity. I'm positive on this stock. 16,000 levels would be a very crucial level to watch out for as a support on the downside. But on the upside, I think the next target would be around 19,900 and then 22,800. So these are my two targets in the medium to long term outlook. Yes, positive in the long term.
Positive in the long term for Hitachi Energy. So continue to hold the stock. Let's move on and actually slip into a very short break. And viewers, here's a note for you all. The countdown for Budget 2026 is underway. The most influential voices decode and analyze the impact and policy decisions from the Finance Minister. We bring you a power pack lineup throughout January and on the day of budget itself. Market veteran Ramesh Damani and Helios Capital Sameer Arora for all things market, followed by JP Morgan's Rajat Chinoy to discuss macro signals. We also get you insightful analysis from industry veterans and Dinesh Kanabar as well as Ashok Wadhwa for the tax rhetoric. Welcome back to Your Stocks on CNBC TV18. And we still have with us Astha Jain of Securities as well as Somil Mehta of Mirae Asset Sharekhan to answer all those queries. But before we go to them, we have Maruti Suzuki that has reported their numbers. Revenue seems to be largely in line with what we were expecting. EBITDA has come in at around 5,572 crores versus a 6,000 expectation. So slight miss there. Margins, bit of a miss versus just 60 basis point miss versus what we were expecting. 11.2% is what the EBITDA margin has come in at versus expectation of an 11.8%. We have net profits, 3,794 crores. That's come in slightly below what we were expecting. So slight miss, I feel, is what is coming from the numbers overall is what we're seeing right now versus the poll at CNBC TV18. The stock also has seen a fall coming in right now as well. Astha, let me ask you on Maruti Suzuki as well. What's your view coming in right now? Doesn't seem to be that great. At least the street is not happy with the numbers.
after that GST rollout, I believe that definitely Street was expecting a good set of a number. At least they should perform on the expected line. So here the numbers are coming below the expectation. I think that not be a good case for the Maruti, and we may see some sort of a pressure in the stock prices. But these are prima facie number, so I really need to check the numbers in detail. But prima facie, it seems not to be so good number, and we can see some sort of pressure in these stock prices.
Absolutely. We will surely we'll wait out for more details also as of now in terms of numbers. Revenue growth has come in at 28.7%, and we were expecting a growth of 32% on a year-on-year basis there. So yes, that's something that we'll be keeping an eye out on. And like I said, margins also seem like a bit of a miss versus what we're expecting, 11.2% versus 11.8%. Volumes were up by around 18%. So we will watch out for more internals and more details. Last year, the margins were at 13%. We have Naveen Kulkarni, Chief Investment Officer at Astha Securities, joining us on the phone line to talk to us about Maruti numbers. Naveen, good afternoon. What is the first look of the numbers for you? Seems like a bit of a miss that's coming in here this time.
Yeah, I guess so, because based on what you read out, the margins seem to be a miss in this quarter. Difficult to say why they would have missed. Of course, Q3 again depends on how the festival quarter has panned out, but volumes were pretty strong, so we are expecting a good set of numbers in terms of the overall margins. But I think there is a miss there. Both, I think revenue there is a slight miss as well as in the margins.
There seems like some bit of a miss there. Obviously, because one was expecting actually margins to improve, I'm also going to wait out maybe in terms of a release that we have. But overall, realizations, they were up 12%. What is it that one should expect now from Maruti? Seems like the stock has seen a slight bit of a recovery from the day's low right now from where it hit after the numbers were reported. But any thoughts on that as well?
Yeah, so the volume numbers for Maruti are quite strong, and the segments that they are operating in, I guess there is the competitive activity, especially in the lower end of the segment, is quite low right now. And structurally, also from discretionary consumption point of view, auto sector continues to look good. So Maruti, in all likelihood, over the next 12 months, should be able to maintain its market share and probably also gain a little bit of market share. So structurally, it looks good, considering the new launches and everything. This quarter miss, again, we need to study a bit more. You have to listen to the conference call to understand what exactly has happened.
And also any sort of a worry that comes in given that, these commodity prices, they have seen a bit of a rise. So higher commodity prices, is that something a concern that we're keeping an eye out on for the next quarters as well?
So commodity prices could be a slight concern, but again, the biggest commodity is steel, right? So that is still okay. If that rallies up very sharply, then there could be a challenge. But we'll have to see how commodity prices will have an impact. Maruti still has a decent amount of pricing power to pass that on. Also, the whole structure of auto industry has changed. There is more value addition which happens. So from that perspective, also, it's slightly easier for companies to pass on commodity prices also. So I won't be very concerned about commodity prices, but yeah, if there is a sharp rally, then it will become a concern.
Okay. And any thoughts? The stock has recovered. I would like the director and producers to pull up this chart and refresh it, because look at the stock now. It's just down 1%. At one point of time, we had seen a very sharp decline coming in for Maruti Suzuki. So yes, that recovery has surely come in terms of the numbers. So maybe we'll wait out for these details. Naveen, just a word overall then in the auto pack, would you prefer four-wheelers, two-wheelers right now? And obviously, we're just ahead of the budget as well. So what are we waiting for now here?
Yeah, so again, Autopack continues to look interesting. Maruti, of course, has done pretty well in the last 1 year. It should continue to do well considering the volume numbers have been pretty strong. The recovery in the stock price could be some bit of short covering also that could be happening. But I think we'll await more details. If there is no significant cut in earnings estimates for next 1 year, I think Maruti should still continue to do well.
But would you maintain your earnings estimates given that right now the numbers, it was a slight bit of a miss? What is your thought there?
It's difficult to say. say right now, but I think the volume trajectory looks fine. So I don't see a huge cut in earnings. Maybe a couple of percentage points based on what has happened this quarter is a possibility.
Okay, you're not expecting a huge cut in terms of earnings there. Maybe a couple of basis points is what we'll watch out for. Maybe more details, we'll wait out for in the con call or updates coming in from the management as well. Naveen, thank you so much for joining us and explaining us the numbers or decoding the numbers of Maruti Suzuki with us as of now. Thanks so much for that. But Maruti Suzuki, surely the stock has recovered and moved a slight bit on the green side. You can see it flip-flopping between the red and the green as of now. That's Maruti Suzuki for y'all. We'll wait out for the details from the press release or the management commentary as well. But yes, not much in terms of numbers exciting, but wait out for more details there. But that is about Maruti Suzuki. Somil, if Somil is there with us, anything in terms of levels that we're keeping an eye out on for Maruti Suzuki?
Maruti has been sliding down for a little while now, but has taken support at 200 daily exponential moving average, which is around 14,500, 14,700. So that will become a very crucial level now. Anything below that, I think the next level will be 14,000, probably below that as well. But at this point of time, in the medium term, in the long term, I'm very bullish on Maruti. So I'll be looking to buy on declines.
Okay. That's the view coming in there on the technical front for Maruti Suzuki as well. Astha as well as Somil, thank you so much for joining us on the show and helping answer all those viewer-related queries as always. Viewers, we do have some bit of Maruti Suzuki's press release that has come in as well. And in terms of the highlights there, the management has said that owing to the GST reforms, they're saying there's a sharp recovery in the Indian car market, primarily led by small car segment. And they said that they've received and achieved the highest ever quarterly domestic sales of 5,64,669 units. So yes, that's just an update there. We'll wait out for more details in terms of anything more coming in from Maruti Suzuki. As of now, the stock is flip-flopping between the red and the green, but after that sharp fall, which we saw when the numbers were just reported, the stock has seen a recovery there. But with that, we are absolutely out of time on this edition of Your Stocks. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, you can always message us, WhatsApp us your queries, or email us your queries, and that will be flashing at the top of your screens, the email ID as well as the number as well. So do send us your queries. Don't go anywhere. Last round of trade is still left, and for that, your closing bell up next.